What's up,
ladies and gentlemen?
Wow.
Family Man.
Wow, just got
Final
done
act
watching
9.2.
Wow. 8 was...
9.3 was episode 8.
Interesting.
Wow.
I don't know if I agree with that necessarily.
I think I do.
Here's-
8 and 9 were some of the best
Right, but
episodes.
I would say
9 was
so.
better than 8. Well,
Oh, yeah, 9 was... Well, yeah, you're right. 9 probably was a little...
Here's what I liked about 8 better than 9 was I liked the emotional turmoil that we had for the guy.
Yeah,
because
the
we
boyfriend
did
or
like the boyfriend.
Yep.
Kind of. We were like, we get it.
But
he's,
then he just never could
I
make
liked,
a decision.
I liked that, though. I
Yeah.
liked how it kind of... It was morally... It was questionable, which I think was more real in a way, too, because it's like, obviously people are complex. They're not just evil villains, you know?
Yep.
So it kind of outlined that, but then it also outlined the fact that he was like, also like, said no.
Yeah.
She was like, please let me out. And he's like,
Well,
okay,
like,
okay,
it
okay.
seemed
And
like
he's no.
he just couldn't make a decision, and that got him killed, to be honest. Because he was like,
Yeah.
he half was helping her. He like, okay, I'll untie you, but no, you can't go. And then because of that, she was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So she had to kill him.
Yeah. Although that was actually
crazy.
that was actually episode 7. So never mind. I
Was it
retract my statement.
Oh, now.
Or was it 7? I think it was.
Well,
man,
let's go to the
I get
episode.
them mixed up already.
No, it was because at the very end of the episode, I think she was like asleep on the floor.
Yes,
remember?
Correct.
Because they had like walked in.
Oh,
I'm
I think
pretty
you're
sure.
right. So wait, what was episode 7 rated then?
This is season 1. Let us go to season 2.
They already have...
And there's already a season 3 out there. Look at all these are top
yeah,
rated.
they're so
Top-rated.
high.
Season
like,
7,
well,
9.
okay,
I mean,
9.
I agree with
Yeah.
that though. Oh, dude, this is
So
bananas good.
I really like this season. I thought it was a lot
really
stronger than the first one.
Yeah,
too.
I think so. I think we kind of got
more
more
one-shots.
more
I feel
one-shots.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
there was
more-
the incredible one shot.
more
season.
like
Harder
internal
to do
drama.
one.
long shots.
Yeah, long shots, super
Yep.
duff, but more like internal drama. I thought too, like more like
Yeah.
you were just like, what do you do on the internal side of things? It kind of shows the toughness of being this.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's more of a good thing. So season 1 had like fairly good drama,
Yeah,
and this is just more of it, and
Yeah.
the characters are growing, and
and
the kids are fun.
the ki-
Like the kids'
yep.
acting is getting better as well.
Yep.
I feel like so.
and
but the
it's
stakes
just-
are raised for sure
Right.
because his daughter is now
yes,
involved, and like now he has to worry about his family being brought into all
But what
this.
I like about this show is that it's not just drama. It is also comedy, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, that
like
too. Yeah.
that's what I think separates an okay show from a great show is when there are little bits of comedy in there.
Yep.
Because like Breaking Bad is a great example because
Oh, yeah.
Breaking Bad was super serious, but then they also
You
had
have to
funny
have some
moments.
absurdity.
You
Yep.
gotta
to it.
break it
Yep.
up a bit, and
Yep.
this show does that really well with the kid.
Yep.
Right,
With his
his
partner,
dad,
with the
yeah,
partner, him and his
partner.
partner.
It's a fun way to break up
Oh,
the
yeah.
seriousness. That way you're not like you don't
Yep.
feel heavy. You kind of feel a little bit lighter.
Yep. And the acting is so good by everybody involved that it's like the comedy hits because it's like, oh, that
Yeah.
kid acts like a kid,
Oh,
a
dude,
nutty
yeah.
kid, and
The
like,
vibes are amazing.
oh, it's so good. We love that
Yeah,
one little
so
boy.
this is interesting because the plot kind of meanders a little bit. I'd say like in the
I would say
3,
the
4,
first-
5, 6-ish like
Sure.
range,
Sure.
but then it kind of falls into place and then it gets more streamlined.
Right.
I think.
Mhm.
We,
And-
we kind of dial it
Yeah.
up more. I think it was more like almost 1, 2, 3. They're
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
all combining together, but the
Yeah.
beginning was slow because it kind of was meandering with the girls, the
Mhm.
suicide bombers thing. Kind of
Yeah, her
meandered with
story.
her.
Right, it was establishing her story, and then she, in
They
the
kind of didn't
end,
do anything with it,
yeah,
which
that
is
was
kind of
interesting.
why I liked the other. I liked how they ended the kids thing better because even though that shot was really cool with the girl, I really liked how they showed the death. You know what I mean? Like he was like there. And
Right, so
visceral.
you're setting up,
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to scroll down and see some names here because I need to remember
Sure.
everybody's names. Raji. So they set up dedicated episodes for Raji.
Yeah.
And
a
then-
lot of screen time for
Right,
Raji.
a lot of screen time, kind of establishing her as a complex character torn between kind of like her
Yep.
country and
Yep.
her crew versus like actually killing that
Yep.
many people.
And we were on her side a lot of times too.
Right. But then in the end, it was kind of a unceremonious their plane blew up. So it was like interesting because I was expecting to see kind of maybe her make a decision to not
Yeah,
actually go
they
through
did.
with it.
They got us on that.
I
'cause-
think the point of that character is to show the emotional side of the war between like the Sri Lanka, Tamil, like all the conflict that was happening.
Mhm.
I think that to me sounds more of like what it is, because I bet a lot of people relate to her character in a way where it's like kind of downtrodden from like
Yup.
the things that happened. So I feel like that's probably why they did it that way, where they wanted her to feel very human.
Yep.
But I don't know. I kind of would have wished that she would
War-torn,
have changed.
basically.
Yeah, war
Yeah.
torn, right?
Yeah.
But she never did. She was just the same throughout the whole show.
Yeah, she did stay.
She had a permanent
What, like, the whole-
scowl on her face.
Scowl. She
Yeah,
really did.
yeah.
The whole time.
It broke your heart.
But I-
Broke your
yeah.
heart.
It was interesting where they went with that ending, because we were during the reaction. Check out the reaction for episode 9
on Patreon.
Yeah,
Patreon.
the full reaction. Yeah.
Or YouTube memberships too.
Oh
yeah.
yes, definitely check
Either
that
one.
out. They showed that. Oh yeah, the plane scene at the end where it blew up. It's like we were predicting that it would, she'd get to the hotel and it would explode and whatever and mess everything
Mhm.
up for the next season. But instead, they kind of tied things up this season, because
They did.
season
they
one,
wrapped up
season
that
one, they
pretty
left
well.
it as a cliffhanger.
They did.
And then this season 2, they
Yeah.
Now
they
Samir
wrapped
is
it up,
still
which is
alive.
interesting.
Samir
Samir's
is
still
definitely.
alive.
I
So
mean,
there's
they
more
didn't
threads
wrap
out
that up.
there. Yep.
So,
I think one of
yeah.
the standout characters is that Vedant Sinha, who played the child.
Yes.
Well done,
Oh,
young
yeah.
man.
Amazing.
Slow
He
clap for
has
you.
been solid
You're
throughout
amazing.
all
I love
the
that kid.
seasons so
So
far.
I know we've said kind of like, wow, there's some really good performances. I think this is a little bit strange in some ways, though, because sometimes the script gets really, really expository,
Ooh.
and it just
Oh,
gets boom,
I
boom,
didn't-
boom, boom.
Like with
Especially
just
with
dialogue?
the dialogue gets really, really. Not, and again, like there's only so much you can do as an actor.
Right.
So it's interesting because Srikanth is consistently good in all of his line
yeah.
delivery.
Oh.
Dude.
But then you have a long periods of time where they're just kind of talking through different things.
Plans and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
plans and such, and it's just kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And I feel like that's where it kind of loses
Momentum.
that momentum, right?
Sure.
But for the most part, I think like the dialogue with the family, especially, is very good
Yep.
and
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think it's when it gets into the kind of not corporate's the wrong word, but the like when they're hashing out plans and they're just kind of listing off these different things. It's not quite as good, but
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
no, I
time
think-
and circumstance.
I
but,
think too.
yeah.
I honestly thought that I didn't think that with the dialogue and stuff like that. I thought there were some parts that definitely could have been improved.
Mhm.
But I honestly didn't really like the actor that played Raji.
Oh, yeah.
Samantha Ruth,
Yeah,
probably.
because she just had a scowling face the whole time.
Yeah,
Which to me was like, I understand maybe why they did that, but there was no real emotion from her, and it was hard to necessarily connect with her on a level at all too. Plus, she was she looked like she had a lot of makeup put on. Like she was very like glossy the whole time. If you noticed, like
yeah.
I didn't really like that
was
part.
interesting.
She-
yeah,
well,
I mean, they were trying to portray her character as very serious because
They
she's
were.
gone through everything.
of course,
Yep.
But I agree with you. It was very. I mean, her character was stiff.
she had
for
one.
better or for worse.
She did
in
not
terms of
have any.
acting.
But even with
Yeah.
her dialogue too,
Right.
and acting was
Dialogue
just like,
and acting was very stiff. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And her
Which-
character is
yeah.
meant to be more complex than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
The
But
main.
yeah, it was actually
yeah.
interesting. With her development at the beginning of the show, it seemed like it was building up pretty well, and then the second half, she was just like on the mission, and
Yep.
then she didn't. Yeah, and
It
then there
kinda
was like
lost
no
steam.
emotion because
Yep.
with the story of her working at that factory and stuff, like
yeah,
you could see it, they kind of got into her backstory and stuff, but then it was like she just wanted to complete the mission and that was it. And I don't know, maybe, I mean, that's how some terrorists are, I'm sure, where it's just oh boy,
Oh.
different ringer this time.
remind myself.
But I'm sure that's how some people are, but it's like, man, that's a rough life to live. Where
Totally
it's just
agree.
you're just
Yeah.
trying to complete that mission
at all
and
costs.
that's all. Yeah, that's all you're living for. So I see how it showed that, but yeah, she didn't have much emotion at all. But
Yeah. The dude, the main like director guy, that guy never alters his tone or
Yes.
anything else, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
very one note.
Right.
I
but
mean-
he's meant to be one note. That's
Right,
his
yeah, of
point.
course, yeah.
Whereas her,
Samir,
she
you-
was meant to be more complicated than that
Okay,
guy.
fair enough.
That guy was just like the hammer.
That's
the
why I
whole
love
time.
Srikanth, because he
Yeah.
even when he has like kind of the straightforward dialogue or whatever, he still has a personality
Oh,
behind
he's
it.
really he's a
it's
great
And
so
so
actor.
you get
good.
to see the personality
The
behind
emotion,
the
yeah.
line
oh.
delivery. So,
It-
like Samir, I don't think the bad guy as well. The main guy, Samir,
Yeah, he's not the great actor.
No, he's not interesting. He's not.
No.
So that's like one of the major, I think, downfalls of this show,
Right.
because he's kind of pulling the strings, and there's nothing to it. He's just
I really actually liked what's his butt from the previous season.
yeah, the guy that was
Because he had a lot of
interesting.
yeah. What's his name?
I don't know.
Maybe he's
We'd
not-
have to probably.
No. Anyways,
is?
I don't know
I
where
mean,
he
the-
is.
Yeah,
oh,
one
it's
of them-
Sajid. Sajid is who it is.
Right.
But we don't have a face for him.
Wait, Sajid.
What in the heck? Anyways, the guy that played the terrorist in both
Yeah.
seasons, I thought he was very interesting as a character. Like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
fairly,
and
yeah.
I kind of liked how he in season 1 changed into season 2, and he
Yeah,
didn't really
then he-
change as a
yeah.
person, but became almost worse in a kind
Yeah,
of a way where it
yeah.
was like,
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna
minor
cut up a
bad
child
actor
now.
or the minor bad guys were actually far more interesting usually.
oh
than
yeah, well the
main
kid,
guy.
that's
Yeah.
what I liked. I liked the kid that was complicated. I like
Yes,
a complicated
yeah.
Italian.
kid.
That was very
interesting because you
interesting.
can tell he's a kid just trapped in this world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is why I liked it because it
That
was
a very
morally
well done, yeah.
ambiguous as to if that was right or not. So
Yeah.
I liked the
Yeah, honestly, I
questionable.
think that the main guy pulling the strings, that's like one of the biggest negatives of the show.
Sure.
I feel like
sure.
'cause
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I really
but
like the
sure.
side or the one dude, the boyfriends. I like that dynamic. I liked how
yeah.
that happened.
Yep. Well, what did we
What did
give
you guys
it? What
think
did
in the
yeah.
comments?
Yes.
What did we rate it? I think
I'm
we
trying to
did a-
remember what I rated.
We
I
do
mean,
IMDb
Letterboxd you
rating.
can't
I think we
rate.
do,
Yeah, we
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
rate.
So what are we
Man,
doing
now
on
Did
that
I
that?
rate first one 8?
Oh man,
trying
what
to
did I
remember.
rate? The thing
Sure,
is, we went
let's
with
just say it.
decimals,
I don't have my phone.
and now I'm forgetting
Um,
what I went with.
yeah, look it
I
up.
think I liked it better than season 1.
I
think I
agree.
slightly liked it better, but in the
Oh, man,
average, you have to do 8 or 9. So it's like, I think I might still stick
if
with an
we
8.
go-
I don't know if I gave it a 9.
I,
or
You can
if
give
we
it a
go,
point. You can
let's
go
go with
points.
the decimal.
yeah, that's what we did last
I
time.
mean, that's physically impossible on IMDb, but we
That's
can
physically
give it a
impossible.
shot.
I like
let's
it.
just give it.
I mean, if we're just doing hard numbers, I probably would
Okay.
also give it an 8. But I
Yeah.
would.
I would
know.
round.
I would-
say like 8.4
Shoot.
rounding to 8.
I would go like 8.8 or something
yeah,
like that.
I would go. I go
8.9.
So
8.
closer
I
to
go
9 than
8.7.
Closer to
what
9
it's
than
at right
it's
now.
Closer to 9 than closer to 8, but it's
Okay.
not a 9.
Yeah.
It's
Because I think this is
bordering.
what like I liked. So Family, Raj and DK, like they've made some fantastic shows.
Yeah.
But I still think like the money one was more
I-
overall.
It's interesting. I do
think.
like the
Which
the
I'm
plot
trying to
of
remember the
Farsi
name.
better
Farsi, yeah.
Yeah,
than
but we're not comparing
some of
shows.
those.
but
Yeah, we shouldn't
Okay,
compare shows.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
shouldn't.
I know.
I do
They're
like-
all unique.
I agree.
But
like
I think a
Farsi
better show overall.
I totally agree. I think
But
that was
Family Man
better.
has the way more one shots
Yes.
and way
Yes,
more
which is
insane
better. Yes.
action sequences.
That was
So-
amazing. I mean,
yeah, you gotta
technically
give it that.
amazing,
Yes.
amazing.
Oh.
Salute.
So new season June 4th.
So
So season
there's-
3 is already coming out actively.
cracks our knuckles.
I don't
know.
No, that's
Not
not
yet.
Ben. That's
Oh,
for the first
that was
season.
for the other.
But they are making a third
They
season.
are probably.
But it's probably
coming
going to come
out.
out next
Let's
year, is
see
what I've
it.
heard.
Oh, they don't even have.
Yeah, they
anything.
don't. But I've
Okay.
heard that it might come out next year.
There you
Well,
go.
if they can keep the
Momentum
quality
going.
up,
Yep.
that would be incredible.
I would
Yep.
think so too. Yeah, Mirzapur's coming out. Farsi.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Mirzapur's out.
Mirzapur's
Mirzapur's
Yeah,
out
so
actually.
guys,
let us
know what we're gonna watch next.
We saw that. So I saw that Mirzapur season 3 was getting pretty low ratings. Let us know in the comments
Oh,
why.
happy.
Without spoiling it, let us know Like why
No, I'm trying to remember.
it's getting the low
Merzifer had
reviews.
probably one of the best first seasons I've seen
Oh,
in
yeah.
a show in a
Yeah,
long
and,
time.
well, and the second
Dude, that
was
wedding
good, too.
was
yeah, oh,
so
crazy.
great. That was an amazing
That
wedding.
was
There were some.
so disturbing.
The
There's
characters
so
in
many
that show
crazy
made that
things.
they were
Yes,
very interesting.
but we're talking about family.
Yeah, what happened?
Just
What
constantly
happened?
bringing up
know.
other
But
shows.
yeah, that's our rating. Let us know in the comments
Yeah.
what you would
so
rate it
probably
out of 10.
8.4. And,
Okay, I gave it an
closer to an
8.8.
8 than a 9.
I gave it 8.7. So like,
Okay,
all right,
so very
we're
good.
I
in
think
the
that's
ballpark,
higher than
guys.
my
The
first
ballpark.
season.
Well, you guys have a great day.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.